Alright, day 7. Hope you guys enjoyed your rest. This is Cindy. Just a little background on Cindy. She's been a client of mine for 6 years, and the first year she lost 110 pounds. So she is a resident badass. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a little variation on day 1. We're going to start with, on day 1 we did squats, we did push-ups, we did dips, and we did leg lifts. What we're going to do today is we're going to modify and intensify the squat portion of that set. We're going to combine the push-ups and the dips into 2 forms of push-ups and make that one set, and then we're going to do 2 variations of abs to end it up. So, first thing we're going to do with the squats is we're going to do, and also we're not going to keep track of numbers this time. This is where we're going to start learning about feel, meaning I see numbers as a limitation. So what you're going to do with this set, 5 jump squats, 5 squats. You're just going to keep doing that until you fail, because failing here is good. So Cindy, so she's going to start with 5 squats now. Since she's an animal, she can do this for hours, so I'm just going to have her demonstrate it a couple times before we move on to the second part. So after those 5 squats...
Oh, I went too many.
You never do too many. And after those 5, right back into squats. Now with her, using her as an example, she's in amazing shape. So the way that I would have to make this challenging for her is I'd have to add more weights. Instead of having it cycle 5 and 5, I might do it 10 and 10. I might add resistance myself since I'm training her. Because basically, you don't want, if this is too easy, you don't want to do 5 jumps and 5 squats for 15 minutes because it's not what we're looking for. So now we're assuming that right now she's really starting to fatigue. She's getting to that point of failure. She's not keeping track of the numbers. You can keep track of how many you do just so you can kind of gauge how you're doing for yourself for future reference. Well, she just got to failure. Now, from there, now I'm going to demonstrate this part. The 2 versions. Now, I'm going to do it with my knees down. Now, there's 2 types of push-ups we can do. We have the wide stance, where the hands are just outside shoulder width. And that's really going to focus. The primary mover is going to be the pectorals. The secondary mover is going to be the triceps. Okay. So the variation that we're going to do is we're going to bring the hands in. Okay, and when we do the push-up, we're going to bring them in, keeping those elbows tucked, and back out, and that's really going to emphasize more the triceps. So the way we're going to do this, again, demonstrating from knees down, going to come down. After that 1, you bring the hands in, back up, apart, down, up. See how I'm doing that variation? Each one, from 1 in, 1 out. 1 in, 1 out. And you do as many as you can. Now if you're doing that without your knees off the ground, down, here. Down, here. As long as you can. Go ahead, Cindy. Oh, gosh. Have her do a couple. Now what you can do, just have one hand transition. There you go. It's okay to walk around like doing it.
Oh, sure.
So, she got to failure. Okay, once she got to failure, roll over on your back. We're going to do 2 variations of abs. Okay. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to have her demonstrate 2 versions. Okay, the first one is just a basic sit-up. She's going to have her hands by her sides. She's going to sit up and back down. Again, you're going to keep going, you're going to keep going until it's a real struggle. Okay? Now, the other variation, she's going to be all the way down, hands behind her head, feet off the ground, knees bent. See, 90 degrees. She's going to come up leaning with her chin, back down. Just keep doing that. Now, if that's kind of simple, you can keep doing that exercise, but do 1 elbow at a time. Okay? So, either just the first one, which is just sitting up and down. Okay, if you can do that, it doesn't add any stress on your back, it's perfect. If not, you can do that. Once we get to that point where it's really starting to burn, again, not focusing on number, it's about feel. You have to listen to your body. If it's screaming, okay, that's a beautiful thing. So once you get to that point, we're going to transition into bicycles. Here we go. Getting full extension of the legs, keeping the shoulder blades off the ground, trying to get a good rhythm, and you go as long as you can. Okay, so she failed. Now, just to demonstrate a little bit of active rest, we're at this beautiful park. We have a hill right here, so here we go, Cindy. All the way up, back down. She's just going up the hill. See, this is something you can do at a park, gym, at home, anywhere. Okay. Now, it's probably going to take her about 20 to 30 seconds to go all the way up and down. So if I was actually running this set with her, she would do it twice. So if you have any questions, just let Farrah or myself know. And good luck on day 7. Thank you, Cindy.